Liftoff and the clock has started.
Go.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another exciting Vobes One-Eyed Kenobi Showbie with me, Richard Vobes. Now, the lovely Julia is actually here. She's just busy, tarting herself up, making herself look absolutely fine, dandy, and as beautiful as ever. And she doesn't want to come on the show and show her, her normal self, which is sort of covered in spots and great lumps of acne and big, long ears with droopy things in it and hair out to hit. So, it takes her at least 2 seconds to sort that out, which is what she's doing. Anyway, it's lovely to see you. I don't know why, I seem to have lost the comments, not quite sure why. Oh, there they are. It's very nice to see you coming along on the beginning of another week on Monday, the 14th of March, 2022. This is a place of salvage from all the news and the terrors of the world. There's too much of that going on at the moment. I think we've had about 6 years of absolutely fear-mongering from the government and now international events. So we don't look at that. In fact, I've been avoiding the news because it's just too depressing. And we have a topic today, which is, who is your favourite comedian? Now, I appreciate that there are going to be people across the world from different continents, from different lifestyles, who have a whole different ecosystem and a different sense of humour, possibly, as well, which means that there may be a lot of names that will come up that we've never heard of. So that's fine. But if you do have a favourite comedian, it'd be interesting to know who it is and the style of comedy that they do. And if you can tell us a little bit about that, whether you've been to see any of these comedians at live events, do you go to gigs? Have you ever tried some stand-up comedy? Have you done anything like that? It'd be fascinating to know. Out there tonight in the Vobosphere, we have Daniel Watkins, Tracy Murphy, Paul Carr Griffin, Colonel Craig Ratty, Audrey Forbes Hamilton, to name but a few. We've got Craigie B, Alison O'Brien, Mark Burgess, and Lord Geoffrey Harrison, and Tim T, who was round earlier with me for a cup of tea. That was actually I had a cup of coffee, to be honest with you, and I've got a cup of tea at the moment. So now, don't forget, if you want to contact the show in the chat room, the thing to do is use the @the Vobes Show, and we will see who it is. It lights up in orange, basically, on my screen. So straight away, I can see that Sean O'Brien has done the very same, and he says, my favourite comedian is Lee Evans. Now, yes, I sort of quite like Lee Evans. He puts in a lot of energy, and he sweats a lot, doesn't he? He is absolutely streaming with sweat when he's on his stage stuff. Some years ago, I noticed he did a television series, and I didn't actually find it terribly funny. He seems to be much more funny, in my opinion, when he was live on stage or the televised stage things, rather than... I don't know if he's done any more television because, of course, I don't have a television. But he was in a feature film with somebody else, wasn't he? And I can't remember the name of the film. So there we are. What else have we got here? Station Master says comedian has to be Tommy Cooper. Yeah, Tommy Cooper, absolute legend. Just like that, not like that, like that. Which was great. Kerry Baldwin, Johnny Vegas is my favourite. That's an interesting. Glyn Horton, Dave Allen, and Sean James Cameron says, I used to live Russell Howard, but he's gone a bit woke. I used to like, presumably. I think that is. It's probably automatic correction. Paul Patrick Brooks says Al Murray. Oh, yes, the film was called Funny Bones. Oh, yes, that's right. That was quite a good film, actually. The feature film was really good. I'm not sure about the TV series. Seabird says definitely Ronnie Barker. Love the likes of Open All Hours and Porridge. Yes, I totally agree. There was something about that era of comedy, for those of us of a certain age, of which will never really be supplanted by some of the new comedians, although there are some fantastic, I totally agree, new comedians. Julia Scarlett says, I saw Sarah Millican at the Assembly Halls last summer, really enjoyed the show. And here's a funny lady, talking of comedians. It's the lovely Julia. Hello, lovely Julia. And she's the invisible Julia. But we have a phone call already. I meant to put the phone on hold, so I imagine it must be Alan Sandell calling in. Hello, Alan. Hello? Hello? Nobody there. Not to worry. So, I think I may have not had the volume up. Oh. Sorry, caller. I think I may have not had the volume up. Sometimes we get these mystery callers, and the volume is... Hello, lovely Julia.
Hello, lovely Richard.
How are you?
Is my mic on?
Your mic is now on. It wasn't on to begin with, but it's definitely on.
It's now on.
Yes, it's now on. Julia's mic is on. I didn't want it on at the beginning when there was nobody here, in case nobody sang.
Yeah, quite.
Oh, soggy.
Whoop.
Yeah.
7 minutes late, but there we go.
How are you?
Oh, late.
Yes, but never mind that. But you're looking absolutely radiant and beautiful. This is how you look when you get out of bed, I assume.
He's ever so kind, isn't he?
He is very kind.
He also lies very well.
Do I? Mostly horizontally. Let's find out who that is. Hello, sorry caller, I cut you off because I didn't hear you, but I've just now turned the volume up.
Oops.
Who's there?
Oh, you're very, very quiet. You're there, but you're very quiet.
Oh yeah, hang on, it might be my end. I don't know how my end works now. Hello?
That's all the way up. Hello?
Can't hear you.
If I say hello any more times, I'm going to break into song and get a copyright strike.
Oh, yeah. Hello, is there anybody there? 3 taps for yes, 2 taps for no.
Hello?
Oh! What did you do?
I don't know.
Oh, well, we can hear you now, which is absolutely fantastic. How are you, Zane?
Pretty good. How are you?
Yeah, very good. Did you have a nice weekend?
Yes, I went to the football on Saturday.
Fantastic. Who won?
Liverpool.
Who lost?
Brighton.
Oh.
Oh. Well, you sound in a very good mood considering.
Who did
Yeah.
you support?
Brighton and Man U.
Yeah, Brighton and Why Manchester United? Because they're a long way away from you.
But I like it.
Fair enough.
Can't say fairer than that.
Which is the football team that has the oligarch in charge who's been I can't remember.
Sacks.
Who?
Sacks? Did he say Sacks?
Yeah, Sacks. He's been fired.
Oh, has he?
Yeah.
What's the football team?
Man United.
Oh, is it? Is he the chap who owns it?
No, it's got
Oh, it's Chelsea. I'm being told it's Chelsea. Chelsea is the one with the Russian owner. I don't know anything about
right,
football, so Dave Ivad says it's Chertsey.
Just to be different.
Yeah,
he likes
just to
to be
be-
different, don't he?
Yeah, he does like to be different, and we appreciate
We
the
like it
difference.
different.
We like different people on this show, which is why we tolerate me.
Frozen,
Frozen.
says Kerry Baldwin.
That's a film, isn't it? Frozen.
Yeah.
But
It's also a song.
is it?
Well, it's also lots of songs from the Frozen film.
Is that by Ice Cube?
Ice, Ice Baby. Ding, 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 ding,
Is
ding,
Ice
ding.
Cube a bloke? I just made that up.
That was a good sound.
Was it? It was a good
Did
slap
you hear
sound.
it?
Yeah, we did.
Coming through this, it was great.
How many rooms? Oh, yeah. So now, Sean James Cameron says that we gave you some homework, didn't we, Zane?
Oh yeah, I forgot to do that. So sorry, I've been busy over the weekend.
Oh, all right.
Tut, Shane. Now we need lines.
But
We
I
need
think
to write lines.
I think we've worked out how to do this, Zane.
What?
Well,
We can Google it for you.
we can Google it, can't we? How many
Okay.
rooms are there in the Burlington Hotel in Worthing? It's a lot of stuff to type. And the Burlington Hotel, you can have rooms from £32. It's in Marine Parade, built in 1864. This polished
Steve Mitchell says 360 rooms.
can't be 360. Can't be that many rooms, surely.
And Steve Mitchell also says built in 1864.
I was just reading that actually. 1864. This polished Victorian hotel on the seafront is 11-minute walk from Worthing Pier. The modern rooms offer a simple style and have tea and coffee making equipment with free Wi-Fi and flat-screen TVs. Some rooms have sea views. Family rooms have the sea sloshing about at their feet. And suites are added for the areas that you can sit on. Room service is available. Full English breakfast is included. French croissants isn't. The restaurant serves Italian cuisine and also has a bar. Currently, no Ukrainians are staying here at the moment. Check-in time is at 1500 hours. Check-out time is 2 minutes later. Oh. Where did he find the rooms, though? I can't see where the rooms are.
Sean James suggests asking Zane to count them live on air.
Yes. Knock on the... No, don't. Don't.
Right.
We're looking at some of the popular amenities available. We've got free Wi-Fi. Is that right? Is the Wi-Fi free, Zane?
Yeah.
Yeah, excellent. Smoke free? Nobody's allowed to smoke in there, are they?
No.
No.
You have to go outside.
Have you got a pool? A swimming pool?
No.
No, but you've got
Yeah, but
the
there's
sea.
the sea just
You've got
a
the
few
sea,
hundred
haven't you?
yards away.
And that is
Yeah.
heated naturally by the sun.
Stars says other hotels in Worthing are available.
I believe that there are other hotels, but none.
And we got a club in our hotel.
A
Oh, yeah.
club?
A nightclub or...
What kind of a club? Is it one like a golf club?
No, it's like somewhere you can have parties.
Ah.
I see.
Do you-
So a function room and bar.
Yeah.
Do they have late night parties?
Pardon?
Do they have late night parties?
I don't think so.
Do they have
I don't think so.
scantily clad?
No, let's not go here. He's 15 years old.
I know he's 15, but he'll know whether they've got many clothes on or not. Is there? Let's have a look. Is there air conditioning in the room? Oh, no, probably not. Pets. Are you allowed pets?
Is that the sound of him going up the stairs?
I thought that was the sound of him
rooms?
feeding the dog. Is that the... hello, Zane, are you there?
Oh, he's gone quiet again.
We've lost you now, Zane.
Can you hear me now?
Yes,
Can you
you're
hear me
fiddling.
now?
You're fiddling with the machine. £134. It costs to stay in your place.
I think so. I don't know what the price is.
Well, I'm telling you, it says here on the website.
Seabird is asking, do we get a discount if we mention your name and the show, Zane? I've added the show, but...
No, I
No?
don't think that
Well,
might
that's a
work.
shame.
I don't know.
Nearby, for those of you who wish to stay somewhere else, the Travelodge Worthing is very cheaper at £47. For £53 a night, the Grand Victorian Hotel, which does have a nightclub. I've been in it many years ago and regretted it fairly quickly. And, of course, the Highdown, which is not so near, but is £115. Very nice access to the South Downs.
Show me, I want to see it, but I want to see it.
You want to see what?
The high down?
The high downs.
The Highdown, yes, it's just coming up there. Here it is. We have pictures coming up on the screen.
It's very beautiful.
It's very, very beautiful, this
very
one.
beautiful indeed.
Made out of English flint with Welsh slate on the roofs. It's got wooden doors and it also has trees nearby. You'll find that there are potted plants and hanging baskets available to gander at. And nearby there are bedrooms looking very swish on the inside with radiators, more potted plants and a headboard that stretches for miles.
Forever and ever and ever.
And here is a sample of some of the food. There's
That you and I wouldn't eat.
no
Seafood.
seafood with green stick insects hanging on the top.
That's the bit that looks tasty.
Oh, and some shellfish, presumably, with pepper in the background that's out of focus.
The food definitely looks nice there.
Does it? Does it look nicer than the food at your place, Zane?
We have a nice seafood place. We got a nice seafood platter at the Burlington.
Cool.
Have you? Let's.
Kerry Baldwin says Oscar Wilde stayed there.
Where?
At the
At
at the Highdown
At the Hideout? Where did?
or the Burlington.
Yeah.
Looking at the frontage of the Highdown, it looked like it used to be a fire station.
Oh, was it?
No, I have no idea.
Oh, I
but
see.
with that big,
It's a big old country house, isn't it?
yeah.
Highdown. But the
Just
Burlington,
has been
let's have a look. We're going to have a look.
rejigged at the front.
Here is, for those people who are overseas who have no idea, the page you're trying to send is not available. All right, thanks. Redirected notice. Okay, fair enough. Let's.
Samphire. Dave Avad said those green insect-looking things. Well, he didn't say that. He just said samphire, and I twigged what he meant. The green stick insect things on top of the seafood that we saw a minute ago.
There's the Burlington.
Never mind.
That's very nice. Actually, I have had a drink out there. I've sat on that veranda and had a drink with Miranda.
I'd love to get all dressed up and go and have a drink in there.
Oh, they don't dress up anymore.
Oh, well, I'd like to dress up.
I'd like to dress up. And there is the picture of the sea. Very misty and surreal.
It looks. They've photoshopped that, haven't they?
They have. Or they've used a very slow shutter, which is why the sea
yes, I was gonna
looks
say, it
blurred.
Very mystical.
There is a realistic picture of the sea with the two guests walking their dog. And notice the submarine on the horizon,
Beep.
about to come in. And they're that same couple, happily, a year later. They've been staying at the hotel. And, oh, sorry, Zane. We're just now looking at inside the hotel. Here is a typical room view, which looks very delightful and it's got a gold trim reading lamp.
Does your room look anything like this, Zane?
Pardon?
Is that what your bedroom looks like?
Are you looking at the show at the moment?
Yeah.
Can you see the room view on screen?
Yeah.
Does your
Yeah,
room look anything like that?
This is your room, isn't it?
No, I don't. Actually, the rooms actually look very nice when it's all done up. It actually is.
Somebody's left
It
their
does.
handbag there, look.
It does look very lovely.
Where?
On one of the pictures that comes up, they've left their handbag. The photographer's probably pilfered something from inside. It was very...
No. We trying to look the room like unique.
That bathroom.
That's a nice bathroom you've got there.
Ooh, Oh, very sweet. Claw tub.
Very
Claw-footed
similar
tub
to
thing.
my bathroom, isn't it? If you aware of that.
Yes, if you
Yeah.
close your eyes and squint a lot.
And
Wait,
there's
close your eyes and squint?
the personal steps down to the sea, in which you can hire your own Victorian bath. What do they call them? Bathing huts. And a small pygmy will carry you down to the sea and plonk you in the water. And there is the pier to peer at. And there's some huts. And there's some lights and tops of glasses and a close-up of food, so you have no idea really what that is. And there is some booze, more. Anyway, is that the entrance? Very swish, isn't
Wow.
it? The red carpet and everything. Follow the red carpet up to Zane's room.
Swish, swish, bish.
So there we
Yeah.
are. It's very nice. You are very lucky to live in such a palatial establishment.
Buddy?
I said you're very lucky to live there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And do you dress up in nice gear and welcome the guests?
Yeah, I think when I do my work experience there, I might do that.
You should. It would be nice. I'd like to see you in the vintage uniform of the day.
Bellboy.
Yeah, saying,
Uniform.
"Oh, good evening, sir. Good evening, madam. Please can I direct you to the desk? You're staying here for the weekend, are you? Are you married? You're not married? I'm so sorry. We can't possibly have the likes of you staying in a place like this. How disgusting, is it? Oh, you're separate rooms, so that's fair enough. Oh, you're just colleagues from a conference. Oh, no, there's something completely different. It's just we get a lot of people coming down here who have, solicitors' affairs, and it's very outrageous, and we don't want to get a bad reputation." That's the sort of thing that you would be saying, Zane.
May I just point you
Yeah.
into the direction of this lovely comment here from Val Pragnall?
Yes.
I have two favourite comedians. They are called Richard and Ricky. Very funny pair.
Is that Richard Pryor and Ricky Gervais?
Yes.
That's what I figured. Well, Zane, who is your favourite comedian? We must move on, unfortunately, but who is your favourite comedian, dear boy?
Roy Atkinson.
Rowan Atkinson. Oh.
You were going to say Richard Vobes, though, weren't you?
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
He wasn't.
Yes, he was.
No, I was trying to think of that guy who plays Mr. Bean, so I was thinking
That's
him.
Rowan Atkinson.
Yeah, Rowan Atkinson, yeah. I don't think he's done any Mr. Beans for a while now. I think he's
He's
been
knocked that on
and
the
gone.
head. Been and done that.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, Zane, lovely to talk to you. Thank you very much for calling in.
You're welcome. And by the way, I want to miss Wednesday's show because I'm going to football on Wednesday.
Oh, have a good time. Enjoy yourself.
Who's playing this time?
Tottenham.
Tottenham. Is
At
that
Brighton.
is that Tottenham Hot Spurs?
Yeah.
Why are their Spurs so hot?
I don't know. You
No.
look it up. I don't know.
I don't know. Look it up. I'm not a football man. I wouldn't know where to look at Hot Spurs. It's a funny old name, isn't it? Anyway, nice to have them. That's in London, isn't it? Tottenham Hot Spurs. Know what I mean? Tottenham.
Yeah.
Yes. Anyway, have a lovely match. And who do you want to win? Brighton or Tottenham?
Brighton.
Brighton. Well, let's hope that they're bright and early, and they might win.
Yeah. And I might catch Friday's show.
All right then. You need a big net to catch the Friday show. Just saying.
Yeah.
Take care. Look after yourself.
I will.
All the best. Thanks for calling in.
You're welcome.
Bye for now,
Speak to
Zane.
you.
Speak to you soon. Bye.
Bye.
There we go. That's the incredible Zane, who has become a stalwart. I don't know what a stalwart is really, but he's one
Is
of
it
them.
a wart on a stool?
It is. It's not a nice description, is it? But he is a stalwart of the show, which is lovely. He doesn't get paid, neither do we. Lots of comments there. Who have we got? I thought that was a call then. Brian Jeffries says, a red Indian tried to get in the hotel, but he didn't have a reservation.
Station Master's Choice says,
Tish.
people don't have dirty weekends in Worthing. They go to Brighton for that.
Yes. I wonder why they do that.
It's cheaper in Worthing, though.
It's cheaper in Worthing to have a dirty weekend, I can tell you. And if you want a filthy weekend, come and stay at my place. You won't go home looking very clean. There's dirt and dust and there's ash
Look.
from the Essie.
Ugh.
Yes. You don't want to stay here. We have another phone call, by the way. We also have 3 videos to get through. Also, hello, caller. Welcome to the show.
Hello, sir. Hello, Sir Gerald and the lovely lady Isadora.
Ah, yes, Gerald and Isadora here. It's lovely to have you on the show. How are you, Sir Alan Sandell?
Hanging in there.
Oh,
Hanging in good, I hope.
hanging in
Hanging
where?
good.
That's the thing.
Hanging in good. Yes.
Are you at
Yes,
the
how are you?
Hanging Gardens of Babylon?
Terrible.
Oh,
English.
yes, very nice.
Yeah.
I'd like some hanging gardens.
Oh, you like some Babylons?
There you go.
Well, listen to this show. We don't have
Did
Babylon.
you have a theme for tonight?
Yes. Who is your
Babylon.
favourite comedian?
Tommy Cooper.
Tommy Cooper. We've already had that. Choose another.
Yes. No. I saw him in a pub in Twickenham, next door to the ITV studios, and he is just like that. I mean, he was just like that in real life.
Just like that. Not like that.
He was just like that. Just like that. Just like that. Yes, he was.
Empty bowl. What does it used to say? Empty. What was it? Empty this. One of them. Empty that one. I can't remember now. I'll remember it after the show. Stars liked Kenny Everett. Kenny Everett was a man before his time, wasn't he? Did you like
Who?
Kenny Everett? Kenny Everett.
Not so much.
Oh. Joe Biden is Will Martin's favourite comedian.
Yes.
Yeah. If you don't mind
Yeah,
a joke every 20 years,
Yes.
wake him up
um,
first. Groucho Marx, says Conor McLeod, king of the one-liners. Very true.
Well, I mean, that's what the man himself was, wasn't it? King of one-liners. you
King
know.
of one-liners.
Walked into a bar. Ouch.
Exactly. Ray of Hope says, looks like a certain hat trick for Harry Kane on Wednesday. That's not a son of Michael Caine, is it?
No.
We went into church the other day, Julia and I, in Sullington, and I misread one of the dedications from, 1765. It was there. I thought it said Harry Palmer, and I immediately thought of the Ipcris file. And I thought, I didn't realise Harry Palmer was buried at Sullington, which was a character played by Michael Caine, of course.
I remember.
When he's got the nail in his hand, he's going, my name is Harry Palmer. My name is Harry Palmer. I'm going to show you the Ipcris file one day.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. And the theme tune, the haunting theme tune by Gene Barry is, I don't know why I'm doing that now. But anyway, it was actually, the thing was to Henry Palmer, which is why it's an easy mistake to make.
I nearly had a Palmer then.
Sorry, bink. So sorry, Alan, I'm wasting your phone call. Do carry on.
On what?
Well, I don't know, on something else. So is that the only
Something
comedian?
else.
Have you got another comedian that you enjoy and laugh at? Not that you can think of.
I'm thinking.
Yeah, it takes a... Brian Jeffries says he's likes the comedian Boris Johnson.
Oh, funnily enough, yes.
Yeah. All in the best
No, I
possible
might say-
taste.
I might say no.
You might say no, but you're not going to
Yes.
commit to it. Glass of... Oh, yeah, that's right. Glass, bottle, glass. That was the one. Glass, bottle, glass. Glass, bottle, glass. I went to the
Next
doctor
question.
the other day. And I said to him, my arm hurts when I go like that. And he said, don't do it. Or don't go like that. I can't remember the joke. Tommy Cooper was hilarious.
It was.
Quick, put another 2 pence in the slot. Stanley Unwin, Professor Stanley Unwin was hilarious.
He was rather repetitive, wasn't he?
Well, he was. He did speak in Unwinese or whatever his language was, which was. I don't. Are you getting hot? Is it just me that's getting hot?
Angle it this way then.
Yeah. I'm going to take my jacket off because I'm roasting again. Anyway, yeah, marvellous to talk to you. Thank you very much for that, young fella, my lad.
Yep. See you next time.
Yeah, see you next time.
Speak
If
to you
any
soon.
time you do manage to tune in and actually watch some of the show, that's also appreciated.
Go for a walk.
Yes, go for a walk. Right, fair enough. I don't know what that means, but we'll take that as the insult it was intended. Look after yourself, Alan.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.
There we are. This is his therapy, by the way. This is Alan's therapy. He's not watching a show. We can say whatever we like about him. which is the great thing. Sorry. Now, we've got some videos. Please don't ring just for a moment. Station Master's Choice says, I once... Oh, don't ring for a moment, people ring. I once backed a
You don't get
horse
paid enough
20 to
for this.
1, came in 20 past 4. But thank you for that, Bernie. Hello, caller. Welcome to...
The Vobes Show.
Good evening, Richard. Good evening, Julia.
Good
Is that
evening.
Steve?
Yes, it is. Yes,
It's-
you're both okay.
Yeah, we're both...
Not too
It's
bad,
funny
thank
you
you.
should ring, Steve, because I have a box, a musical box, all wound up by a key. No, it's not. I've got a whole load of stuff. I was minding my own business the other day, and there was a knock at the door. Oh, I can't do it because it destroys the
Yeah.
machine.
Frozen.
Frozen, yeah. Anyway, there was a knock at the door, bang, 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 and then I had these boxes. 3 separate boxes arrived from a huffing and puffing Amazon fella. It wasn't Jesus, it was just a fella.
Just a fella. An Amazon fella.
I got a load of bags. I didn't know what to do with them. A load of bags, and then I got this little bag of potato and veg fertiliser,
Fertiliser, right?
which
You
surprised
might
us.
actually need them for your dustbin, because your dustbins are on strike at the moment, aren't they?
Are they? They
Yes.
came. They came on Friday,
Oh.
and then I got this bag of chips. Do-it-yourself chips.
No, you mustn't eat them.
It
Mary
says
Pipers.
seed potatoes, Mary Pipers,
Oh, they're my favourite.
Are they?
Charlotte potatoes.
and then Charlotte potatoes. Although I don't know
Fantastic.
anybody called Charlotte, so I don't know who I've got to give those to.
Fandabidosi.
And these are from you.
Yeah, you've got to chip them.
Chip them.
Well, we're going to make
chicken.
chips out of them. Don't worry about that.
Julia know what to do.
We're going to put them on the windowsill,
I know what to do. I'll ask Sugget.
and then we'll let the
Look
little seed pop out. We turn them regularly,
Yes.
and
For about 2 or 3 weeks.
2 or 3
So
weeks turn
And then we
them.
plant them up.
Do you turn them every day?
No. Don't put them don't go too near the windows. They get a bit suntanned.
Oh, I see. Fair enough. Well, we'll just turn it. Make sure we've labelled them so we know each one. I'm going to write
Yeah,
on
some of
each
them-
one in a pen.
Yeah, some of those are for Julia, mind.
Yes, I know. We're going to share them out.
Yeah.
But I did say to Julia, I said,
We could put them in my plot, couldn't we?
yeah, put them in her plot. But the
we
thing
can,
is, if she puts them in the house, little Joe will have them.
Yes. So you're gonna
I'm going to
chip
chit
them,
them,
and
Yes.
we'll plant them at mine.
and,
Yes, good.
and then we're going to plant. I'm going to plant because I've got some.
Grow them at
I'm
mine.
going to plant some here because I'm going to
Oh,
make
yeah.
space, and the other half. So yeah, so we're going to have a race. Who can get to the chips first? So that was a very and of course apparently I've
you
got
very
some
much.
compost coming from you tomorrow.
That's correct, yes, because you're there tomorrow, aren't you?
I am a little bit. I may be out doing a little bit of filming at some point in the morning, but hopefully they will deliver before that.
Yeah.
Sean James Cameron says plant them on March 18th.
Oh, plant them on March the 18th.
Well,
Plant them where?
Is 4 days of chitting enough?
Yeah, so when in the next few weeks when they chitted, I can always pop round and do that for you, whatever.
Fantastic. Well, this is it. We like to have a gardener who comes and does it all for us.
Getting back onto the subject tonight.
Yes, sorry. I just wanted to
yes.
show everybody that and say thank you very much.
That's okay, thank you.
No, thank you.
Yeah, no, it's very kind.
I saw 2 comedians. One, I got some tickets, and I saw Jim Davidson, and it was quite funny actually because.
I'm glad it was funny because he's a comedian.
Well, yeah, but not the second half. A lot of people were leaving because he got a bit too, like he does.
Yes.
A bit,
Rude.
race. Well, he
Racist?
got a bit. Yeah, and I didn't like all that. I know, he got a bit. A lot of people didn't like that, and a lot of people just getting up and walking out.
Right.
But putting that aside, one person I've seen, I actually did get his autograph. Never saw him, but I'd like to have seen him. One person no one's ever mentioned on here tonight was Ken Dodd.
Oh yeah, Ken Dodd.
I saw him about 4 or 5 times down at Worthing.
Did you take a sleeping bag?
Yeah, well, there's a story because my dad came when he was alive. He came down there, and we left. My dad was a bit sort of, he was quite elderly anyway then. Anyway, we left at 11 o'clock, and he was still going strong. But when me and Maz went to see him at Crawley, the Hawth, it's the Hawth, isn't it? And he carried on until almost 1 o'clock.
Blimey. Yeah, he was legendary for not finishing when the normal...
That was the longest one we ever had. It was almost 11 o'clock. And I have to admit, he is one of the top ones, because the thing about him, that he wasn't racist. He wasn't, he didn't offend people, and that it was just old-fashioned humour that we've lost, haven't we, nowadays? That's the thing.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I never saw him live, I have to say, and I never met him.
You're talking about Ken Dodd.
Ken Dodd, yeah.
Still, Daily Walker says Ken Dodd will never leave a stage. Sean James Cameron said, I saw Ken Dodd show. It started at 7:30 p.m. and left at 12:30 a.m.
That's quite good, yeah, because mine was 5 to 1, I think it was, I left.
Wow, yeah.
5 to 1.
Yeah, because he used to come on there and used to say that he used to bring a thermos flask and some sandwiches, because he said, it was the only show that you turned up in the daytime and you left in the daytime.
Yeah, that's right. He entertained you round the clock.
Oh yeah. He was famous for that.
Connor McLeod says, I've seen Doddy. His jokes were older than him, but very, very funny, master of timing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes, he was good.
Yes, Tommy Cooper died on stage, literally, it says Will Martin. I remember watching the show that he did collapse, and then they took him to hospital.
Live, you watched it live?
I watched it live, but on television. I wasn't there. It was a live transmission of the television.
Yeah.
And he didn't appear in the lineup at the end, and we all suspected there was something wrong, because it came to an abrupt end very quickly. But nobody, there was a sense that something wasn't right. But the curtain went.
Same as Sid James died on stage as well.
Yeah, that's right.
He was another one.
You can imagine that is the comedian's want, isn't it, to die on stage?
Yeah, quite a few of them actually over the years have actually done that. Believe it or not. Obviously, they're the two most famous ones, I think. But
yeah, absolutely. It's good stuff. Well, it's nice to seen Ken Dodd for sure.
Oh yeah, you never get tired.
And it's nice to see. I mean, I don't get to go to the theatre very much now because I don't have any friends who would take me there. But I'll
always go with you.
Oh, there we go. There we are. There's somebody. Guildford Gent says, I like Eddie Izzard. I have to say, I know you like him. I can't understand him.
No, he's kind of lost his pizzazz for me these days. But I like him as a person. But
excellent.
Not so much his comedy anymore.
So
the Darth Vader and the Death Star canteen sketch, as Guildford Gent said, that was the pinnacle for me.
It means nothing.
It means nothing to you.
If you haven't seen it, of course, like any comedian, it's
exactly
over the head.
Exactly, which is most of what you say about the comedians you like.
Yeah, that's right.
To me.
Yeah, of course.
It's not that I don't like them, it's just that I don't know what you're talking about.
No, that's very true. There was a comment back here from Seabird who says, it's hopefully my last visit to Haywards Heath Hospital. Oh, right, okay, this isn't a funny thing, but it's hopefully my last visit to Haywards Heath Hospital for one last MRI scan. Thank to everybody and the lovely Richard and Julia for all your kind words and support.
Hope it all keeps going well.
So this is about the eye-op. No, the brain op.
Yes.
Yeah, I had the eye-op. It's about the brain op. So this is my last visit. So have you had, Seabird, have you had the op? Have they been and sucked out your brains?
That's it.
It's not a nice thing
Back, I think.
to have, but brave. People are very brave when they have these things. I only had an eye out. People have had other things. Having your brain out is a different thing. Anyway, Steve.
Yes. Yeah, I'll speak to you soon and see you and that.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks so much for ringing and thanks for the gardening stuff.
No problem. You know that.
Wow.
Yeah, no, but it's very kind.
Much appreciated.
Look after yourself.
Yeah, see you both. Take care.
Yeah, take care.
Night.
All the best.
Bye.
Bye. There we are. That was Steve Mitchell in East Preston, who likes Ken Dodd and went to see him and took sandwiches and a sleeping bag, as indeed you have to. Sensible Sort says, I like Miranda Hart as I'm not keen on bad language. I don't like bad language much in comedy myself, personally. Are you a bad language person?
I'm afraid to say I do use bad language.
No, but do you like watching people who have
I don't
bad
mind
language?
it. I don't mind it as long as it's not used ridiculously,
gratuitously
excessively.
for the sake of it.
Yeah.
Because some people just use they're effing blind, and that is their joke, the fact that they can say swear words.
Swearing in itself isn't funny, but it can be used to funny effect.
Yes. I mean, I do occasionally let one rip.
Like
And then occasionally swear as well.
Like, I don't bloody believe it.
Yes.
It's pretty funny.
That is funny. And catchphrases can be funny. Right. So let's go to some videos, because we've got to get through some videos, ladies and gentlemen, before the end of the show. So we're going to start with Pete, otherwise known as Colonel Crag Ratty. You remember in the previous show we were talking about antiques and various things? Well, he's put together a video about family heirlooms. Be interested to know what Colonel Crag Ratty has in his family tree. The skeletons in the cupboard are coming out here. There we go, those tools built to last, and indeed they have lasted.
Yep.
Absolutely lovely. Have you got family heirlooms from your parents?
From my great-great-grandfather on my maternal side, a violin.
Oh yes, that's the violin you showed us on the show?
Yes.
That's lovely.
Yeah, yeah.
Lovely violin. A violet violin, and quite violent too, which is quite a shame when it attacks you with a shoe. So thank you very much to Pete, Colonel Crag Ratty, for sharing those wonderful gizmos, and especially that lovely car, Jack, which you can have the car back now, Jack. We now go to Bernie, who is, he's done this particularly, I think, for Lynn B. There's a secret message at the end of this, and I've scribbled down where this is, and now I can't even read my own writing.
I was trying to work that out.
It's Inverwee Gardens in Scotland. Okay, there no, Jimmy. Somewhere up there. Let's.
Every time you say that,
a frog dies.
I was trying to think of something Scottish. Yeah, a haggis dies. There you go.
Okay, there no, Jimmy.
Inverwee Gardens were founded about 150 years ago by Oscar Mackenzie, and this was his summer house where he lived, although I suspect from the architecture this more likely looks to have been built in the 1920s. It's certainly got that Art Deco feature to it. That's from an inlet here of the sea. We're on the west coast of Scotland now, having travelled across probably the shortest distance between coasts. Look at these lovely colours here. The gardens eventually went into a bit of wreck and ruin, and the National Trust took this place over in the 1950s. I think it's very much a work in progress. I think Jerry said, that's our guide, that there's at least 12 full-time gardeners here, and it oh, I think I just swallowed a midge. You could certainly see how it needs that many. Looking out, I suppose the lock goes out there towards the RFC, St George's Channel, whatever they call it up here. Oh, it looks like a little dipper that's just flown up and across the water. I was a little bit under the shade of the giant redwood, but I'm under the shade of the giant something. That, I'm guessing, is obviously its fruit that holds its seed. However, all of that is above me. Excuse me. And I'm 5'7". Look at this stem as we go down. Very interesting plants. Well, as you can see, following these paths brings you much higher up here, much higher up. Get another view over the loch towards the sea. That's a nice looking tree there, look. Aeonium garnet. Nothing to do with Alf, I should think.
I think it's probably the colour.
Could imagine him turning around to that cactus behind. Shut up, you silly moo!
I'm going to break your phone. Take a picture of me. Probably not.
Well, things may be a little bit out of sequence here perhaps, but I put this video together tonight specifically for a special guest who is staying at Lynn B and Richard's house. That's Lynn and her husband Richard, and it's Lynn's cousin who's come down from Scotland to spend a short while with her. Apparently she loves Inverurie Gardens, so I very much hope that she's enjoyed watching this little snippet, as indeed I hope the rest of you have.
Yes, we certainly have. He mad panics to get the sound system working again.
Very interesting looking at those plants.
The Alf Garnet plant was lovely, very nice, and that loch Arcaidornu looked very nice. Oh, another haggis has died. Thank you very much, Bernie. And I wonder if Lynn B's, who did you say it was? Her uncle, her friend, a cousin. There we are, Uncle Tom Cobley, and all. I hope they're watching, and if you are, welcome down from Arcaidornu, Jimmy. It's lovely. It's a bright moonlit night tonight, Mrs. Wright. You're buying a toaster, and that may be them now to give me a good cursing. Let's find out who that is on the blower. Hello, caller. Welcome to the show.
Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening. Who's that?
It's Ted Moulding, Edward Moulding.
Ted Moulding, yeah, I knew you recognised the voice, of course. The voice of sanity has come to our rescue.
Well, semi.
How is Milton Keynes?
Well, it's here.
It's here, yes. Hasn't gone anywhere. Landlocked as ever.
Hasn't gone anywhere.
And how are you, Ted?
Yeah. Okay, apart from having trouble with the voice.
There's a lot of that going around. People having trouble with their voices.
Yeah. On comedians.
Yes.
One person I used to like, passed over now, was Charlie Williams.
Charlie Williams. I've not heard of him.
Me neither.
Heard of him?
No.
No, it came from Yorkshire.
What kind of comedy did he do?
He was a straight stand-up comedian. Ex-football player, played for Doncaster Rovers
Ah.
in the 50s.
Wait a minute. I've got a picture of him. I think I recognise him, but I didn't know that was his name. Let's find out. Yeah, there's a good picture coming up on the screen. Charlie Williams. There we are. I recognise him, but I wouldn't have known him from the name. So he must have done a bit of television at some point and what have you.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I think he made a break on one of the
only recently
programs, stand-up comedian programs that were on in the 60s.
There you are. Look at this. It says Williams was born in Royston. He was an early life as a footballer, as you so rightly said. And then following his retirement from football in 1959, he tried his hand as a singer in a local working men's club, but it was his comic chat between the songs that was best received.
Yeah, he was a good, straightforward comedian. You know,
No hanky-panky.
no hanky-panky, no, just straightforward, good sense of humour.
Ah, well, that's what we like. We like, there's all sorts of people, but it's nice to have a safe comedian that you can go along and just have good old humour, good old-fashioned sense of humour, and not worried about what other people will think.
Forerunner to people like Lenny Henry and such like.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Lenny Henry's gone a bit woke, so I think Charlie, what's his name, Williams, was probably far, far better. I'm hedging my bets there.
Yeah, there was no. It was just straightforward, working club type of humour at that time.
Michael White says he was on Golden Shot.
Could have been, yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I know he started off his career picked up as a comedian after something like that. One of the talent show programs.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they still have these talent show programs apart from that god awful thing that the bloke with the trousers that goes up to his neck?
Cowl.
No idea.
Simon Cowell. Yeah.
Absolutely no idea.
Opportunity Knocks. Do you remember that? Oh, Opportunity Knocks. With what was his name? Who did Opportunity Knocks?
Huey
Green. Oh yes.
Yeah.
And here he is. Opportunity Knocks. Oh, they were the days. And wasn't there Fresh Faces? That was another one. Remember Fresh Faces?
Mm.
And what was the other one?
Don't know, but I've remembered a comedian that I used to like to watch.
Go on.
It was back in the 90s, I think. Jasper Carrot.
Oh, Jasper Carrot. Yeah, he was
funny.
very good.
Yeah.
He was very funny with his stories.
Yeah. He's not been around for a while. Is he still? Is he
His
actually
stories
still around?
having ethnic food in Hong Kong. And
New Faces, that's the one I was thinking of. Yeah, New Faces. No, I don't know that one. I mean, I remember him having a TV series, but I haven't sort of picked him up and watched him on places like YouTube. Jasper Carrot is still alive, says Will Martin.
Good news.
That's good news. But he was very funny with his stories, and he could, some of these comedians that could host shows for an hour or so and just tell stories, like Dave Allen. Dave
Allen, very good.
Very good. Seemingly effortless. Just sitting there with his little glass of what, and just telling these little Irish stories about the Catholic Church.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Joyce Grenville. How about Joyce Grenville?
Yes, Joyce Grenville. Yeah, she was. I mean, I saw some of her routines, but I loved her in the films, in the St. Trinian's films, when she played that sort of dopey kind of character that she often played.
Yeah, she was far from dopey, mine.
But yes, well, this is the funny thing, isn't it? A lot of these comedians, they come over as being a bit daft, and yet actually they're incredibly intelligent.
Yeah, have
you
to
know,
be.
Will Hay being another.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yes, lovely to talk to you. Thank you
Onwards
for
and upwards.
sharing that. Yes, we're approaching the end of the show, and we've got one more video to fit in. So we'll
let's
go
go
for
then.
it. Yeah.
Squeezing it in.
Look after
go
yourself,
with you.
Ted. Look after yourself. Take care.
May your God go with you.
He will. He follows me about.
Blessed be.
He's on a lead. Can't shake him off.
Okay.
Take care. Bye
Catch you
bye.
later.
Bye. There we are. That's Ted Moulding all the way from Milton Keynes with the Comedy Cows and the many roundabouts.
We have a couple of other names here. Bob Monkhouse.
Oh yes, Bob Monkhouse. I met Bob Monkhouse once on a gig.
Alan Parsnip.
Alan Partridge.
Partridge. Terry Thomas, did I say that?
Absolute shah, I say. Absolute shah.
David Vad said that laugh was like Basil Brush.
Yes, probably was like Basil Brush, actually. Boom, boom. Joan Rivers, never found her funny.
You didn't?
No.
Oh, I did. I especially liked her being a lady going to the toilet in public, getting the toilet paper out and paper. For some reason, that's the only sketch of hers I remember, but that had me absolutely rolling.
What's the paper?
The toilet paper on the toilet seat before you sit down, because it's mank. It's disgusting.
I've never
Mank
done
it.
that.
No, you wouldn't, unless you needed to
Do a number
sit
two.
down in public toilet. Yeah.
Leonard Smith says Julia Jasper became a multi-millionaire from his connections to Celador, the company that produced Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
That makes sense. Yeah, it's
Wow.
a shame because he made me laugh.
Yes, it made it. Well, you know.
Now I have to rely on him.
What to do? What
Make me laugh.
make you laugh? Yeah. And I don't do that very often. You cringe more than laugh at my jokes.
No, I think I'm just embarrassed at myself for laughing at the joke.
Oh, right. Fair enough. Yes, George, don't do that. Oh, yes, there we are. That is Joyce Grenfell. George, don't do that. Right, we've got one more video. Do you fancy a bit of a sing-along? Some old-fashioned songs? Well, Ray of Hope has provided them. And let's hope we don't get a copyright strike.
Copyright strike.
But these are very old songs, so we shouldn't. And it's well played by Absolute Ray and his amazing swift fingers. You'll have to be quick. We want to know if you can name the tunes. Fantastic.
That
How
was
about that?
wonderful. 9 songs back to back.
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
So
What a way to end the show.
Nobody guessed any of them. It's such a
No,
shame.
they're all rubbish.
They're all rubbish. No need for us to go through them because you pretty much got them all. Knees Up Brother Brown there, finishing off a whole wonderful rendition of songs, which has rounded off the show, even though we put that up a little bit late. That was fantastic. Ray, you've got us all smiling. We can't possibly top that. So there you go. How about that? Wasn't that great?
That was wonderful.
You
Thoroughly
couldn't see
enjoyed
us,
it.
but we were singing along in the background,
Yep.
which was
I
fantastic.
went all Pearly Queen on it, didn't I?
You did, yeah.
Knees up, Mother Brown.
Knees up, Mother Brown, and get the Saints marching in and all of that nonsense. Anyway, that's it for today's show. Back again on Wednesday with another one. There's a video out on the Bald Explorer channel. It's a sort of slightly different, more sedate video talking about the future of the channel and that sort of thing, which I hope will explain a few things and where we're going, hoping to go anyway. And the lovely Julia will be back on Friday for more fun and chaos, which will be lovely. And Sean James Cameron has just reminded you that if you enjoy the show, you can, of course, donate. The link is on the screen on the baldexplorer.com website. Keep the show going because it would be, use it or lose it, as they say. But that's it. Thank you so much to Ray of Hope for that wonderful song, Bernie for his video in Scotland, okay, they're new, and Pete for his family heirlooms. Thank you for tuning in, talking about your favourite comedians. It's always good to go down memory lane. Thanks to our callers, Alan Sandell and the wonderful Zane. Thank you to the lovely Julia.
Thank you to the lovely Richard for putting it all together.
To Judith and Sean for moderating and keeping everybody in their place. And thanks for eating all the ice creams and the popcorn. Which unfortunately we laced with something soporific. So you can all now go and have a nice sleep. Anyway, till next time, look after yourselves, have fun, and from us, toodle pip.
Bye for now.